This is our GSM socket. Our stock number is 600165. It's a built-in temperature controller. You can either control the heat or air condition. The sensor is inside the unit, just to the right here. You can take it out. It's a normal jack stick. You can have an extension wire, which is looking like this. It's about 3 meter in length. And as you can see, it's also a common jack stick. The SIM card here you just put into the left side, and you can control the unit by clicking the button here on the upper right corner. Click it for 1 second and you will activate the output. Click it again and you will deactivate the output. That's of course only if you're in manual mode, like I am now. I'm using our app for the moment, so you can see just a few of the examples which the device is able to cope with. You have the basic one, just socket on. It will send a simple text. And of course you have the opposite, which is socket off. And you can see that it was already on. I have the possibility of setting the heat control on or heat control off. I could make a new button which could say air condition control on or off, but in my case here I will just use the heat control. If I do that, I will just ask it to continue the program it had last time. And I have now made two choices when it is in heat control. I have made a range from 20 to 24 degrees Celsius. It's this button, and I've got a button which I've called frost free, which makes the device run from about 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. I can also just press tests, and it will then return me with a message of the temperature and the state of the unit, and of course in which mode it is in. In my case it would then be in heat mode, because it's set to control heat for the moment. But the good thing about this is actually not so much all the control functions. It's the information you can get when you unplug the device. Let's say you've got a freezer with a lot of meat inside, has a great value. You will need to know if the power to the freezer is off. Or if you're a farmer, you need to know if the ventilation for the pigs or the hens is off, because they can only survive for a few hours before they all die. Then this unit is quite practical, because when it loses 230 volt, it will generate immediately an SMS to the control phone saying that the mains is off. And of course it will also generate another SMS when the mains is returning back. So when that is set, I need also to make a small advert for the period it can activate. You can set it to open the door if you've got a relay on for 8 to 16 in the afternoon. You can do that daily, Monday, Tuesday. You can do that for the weekdays, Monday until Fridays. Or you can set it to take all weeks, all days, for a fixed period of time. Again, you decide yourself what to do. And now the sounds you will hear from this device is to indicate that it is now on. You also have the same sound when it is going in the state on or in the state off each time you make a control. These sounds you can all disable or activate in the menu. If you just want to have a quick look of how the app works, because I don't need to use the app of course, I can just use an SMS. So if I were to set the power for this device for the first time, I would just need to send the SMS message called #00#. That makes my mobile phone the master. If I then need to deliver this control to another master phone, I would have to send the unit the SMS with a new master phone before it works. You can have also up to 4 numbers of guests, so to speak, that also can control the device. But then I don't need to be quite so simple in my text. As you can see, I've only got hatch 010, which by the way means that it is disabling the output. I would have to enter a user code in front of it. So that's the difference. The control phone don't need the user code, but the 4 guest phones need to send the code in front, which of course can be changed at the time you need. If you look at the other text functions, let's see what number 6 does. Okay, it was the frost-free button. I asked it to set it into heat mode, which is 1. 0 stands for it's the primary socket. And then my interval would be then from 3 to 6 degrees Celsius. And my called text, which could be anything, I've just written frost-free. In the app I'm also able to have a general phone number for all buttons, which I could use because in my test here it's only for this device. But if I were to use different sockets, I could then make a phone number for each button, which I've done here. That's my short test here, and if you got further questions, please don't hesitate to call us or email us at any time.